Everyone. Welcome to Paranormal Connections with George and myself. This is a special Saturday, or I guess weekend special episode. Uh, Although I'm happy to be with you guys, and it's always great to see everybody. The reason we're doing this special episode, and a lot of people know this, is that whenever douchebags, weirdos, troll, the worst of our paranormal field come out of the woodwork, or I find out that they are doing some pretty shady things, you all know that this show has always been that I will call people out on it. Just how it is, always how it's going to be.
That's right.
And unfortunately, this is one of those days as well. Hey, everybody, I'm seeing everybody checking in real quick. Let me just say hi to everybody. Paratera, hi, great to see you. Hey, Kristen, nice to see you. Yes, she says, ready to tear down another pedophile. You're absolutely right. There's just seems to be a never-ending line of them. Samantha, nice to see you. Hey, Eddie, nice to see you as well. Hey, Angel. And let's see. So let's backtrack to yesterday. I was busy all day, and I happened to get a private message and a message on one of my posts saying I needed to check my messages right away. I went and checked my messages, and one of my friends who's in the paranormal field had sent me a screenshot of an account and was saying, you need to check this person out. You're on their friends list. Do you realize that you're friends with a pedophile? And I was like, what? Because we always say on this show, when people send you requests, you want to make sure that, they look legit, that they've got enough friends in common, look at the posts, all these different things before you add them. And I always do, because again, do I know everybody on my page? Absolutely not. When you're a public figure, yes, it would be great to just block everybody but that's just not how it works. 98% of the people on my list, I do not know personally, or I have not met personally. But there's also a lot of people, including George, that I have met, and amazing people. But what's great is that we band together and we are on the same wavelength. Anyway, come across that this guy, and I'm looking at the page, and I'm just blown away, because all that is on his page is article after article after article about young girls and having sex with young girls. And I'm thinking, wow, where in the world did this guy come from? Because I never would have added somebody like that. So I really started doing some research. I started stalking his page and going years back, and I could find that back probably as early as 2012, 11, 12, that's probably when I added him. And at that point, he was into the paranormal, ufology, magic. He was, now let's, also, he was touring around, or not touring around, calling in on the fake exorcist, Christian exorcist Bob Larson, Christian radio show. And most probably people in the paranormal probably know Bob Larson. He's the fake exorcist guy that goes and touches you on your head and gets the demons out of everybody, and had a show for a little while. Anyway, he would call into the show, and he first stated on Bob's show that he was a Satanist, okay, and that he was a demonologist and all this. He was a Satanist. And he mentioned on that show that he enjoyed having sex with young children, with young girls. And I guess back then, now mind you, this was in the 1990s. So at that time, when I guess he got a lot of flack for what he had said, but again, it wasn't like now. And then he later claimed that he just said that is it was like just all like a screenplay. He was just acting, and he was saying these things. And so people kind of, I guess, took that with a grain of salt and said, well, it could be. And again, he was in the paranormal. There wasn't anything else out there about him. And over over the last 6 years, his page has changed a lot. And now there is nothing that you could see on that page that would lead you to believe that he's a paranormal investigator, ufologist, or a magician or any of these things. But he is very well known. He is a blogger. He's got a blog, and a lot of people did know him. He, from what I understand, he is not in the UK. So for people who are sending me stuff saying he's in the UK, there's different laws out there. Bullshit. No, he's in the US. He's actually in Baltimore, Maryland area. And again, I have to say that doing this for so long, I have really obtained a lot of friends and followers to the show that are even better detectives than I am. And when they saw the post go up and I let the floodgates open and said, "Get me whatever you guys can get," whoo! I didn't expect I was going to get so much. But this is what we're going to be talking about today. He is a self-professed hebephile, which is in the same category as a pedophile. The only thing, the difference is a pedophile is attracted and wants to have sex with children, young girls or young children under the age of 11. With the hebephile, they crave children, pubescent children from the ages 11 to 14 is the prime ages. So like I'm a little bit older, but again, sick. Tonight we want to talk about this. We want to get you guys' opinions. Again, this guy claims that, this is all just a role that he's playing, that he just says things for shock value. But again, I don't know. I think at the end of this, you may realize that maybe that's not the case. Maybe there really is something wrong with this guy because, again, all that is on his pages. Now, mind you, he has multiple pages, multiple names, but he is known. We do know his real name, and he is a well-known magician. So, again, we want to get your feedback. If you guys want to join tonight, I'm going to put the link in the comments real quick. You guys are more than welcome to join us. We really love to hear your guys' opinions on this kind of stuff. So, George, let me get this in. With that being said, George,
yeah.
What are your thoughts? I know you've just, caught on to all of this, kind of hit this morning, but
yeah. First, good morning to everybody to even be here on a Saturday morning. Good morning, Christina. At first, I'm thinking, was this thing basically hacked or whatever? How can you be so silly or stupid to have a Facebook and have this crap on it? How I feel about it is if anybody's going to say, why are we doing this today? We're doing this today. Some are going to be like, this is negativity or this is that. You know what? This time it's not. There's absolutely no negativity here. This is something that needs to be brought up because even though if it's a child take it. You know what this guy is doing? Who knows? He's doing investigations, and this is what we talked about months ago where, background checks. Because we have no idea who the heck we're socializing with anymore when we go to paranormal investigations. This guy should know better, or anybody should know better. This is what Christina does. And I back up Christina 100%. This needs to be done. And you know what? If you do the crime, you know what? This is our way of you doing the time. This is our way of pushing you away, and you don't belong. You don't belong on this planet. You're talking about innocent children. So anybody that wants to say that, why are we doing this? It's the right thing to do. And you know what? I am 100% on board with Christina, and I'm happy to be here. I don't know too much of what has been done, but I'm learning as you tell me. This guy's a mess. This guy needs to be brought up and, not to go to trial, but this guy needs to know that, you know what, you really screwed up, buddy. And I feel bad for you because good luck. You're in the United States of America, and you're right there. You're my neighbor, and if I see you, you and me we're gonna have problems. So there you go.
well, and I want to say I'm putting up the all the comments and guys, thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate that everybody's on the same page with this. Everybody's saying, either way, it's just disgusting. Tammy says, me too.
Hi, Tammy.
Parachair says, me too. Tammy says, I stand behind this. Maggie Feeder says, either way, it's just wrong. Jessica's saying, even if he's playing a role, there's something not right about it. And I
You don't
have
do you
to
don't do
agree.
that. You don't do that. Absolutely. Why if you're playing a role, there's one thing of playing a role, but you don't why would you want to play a role if that's all it is about children, about putting your reputation or putting yourself on the line that you do this to children, that you're into this. I mean, it's nasty. And the first thing I said to you earlier was, come on, Christina, this guy can't be that stupid. I mean, he must have been hacked. So if he's listening, I don't know if he is risen. This is your time. Come on and say, look, guys, I didn't do it. This has nothing to do with me. This is your time to come on and say, oh my God, there's a misunderstanding. I've been hacked. But this is an opportunity. If you don't show up to the game, then you're going to be kicked out of the game really quick. And we're talking children. We all have children. My children are older now, but there's children out there. To even to imagine it, just the thought of it, it doesn't make me sick because I don't want to think about it. But just to imagine it, it makes me sick to my stomach. Makes me just sick to my stomach.
Now, many people went to my page when I posted this last night. I asked people to share this. They were sharing it left and right. Thank you so much, guys. Like, this is how we took the guy down in the UK, the investigator that was sending, unsolicited nude pictures to female investigators. Again, I'm all about let's be positive and things like this, but I have absolutely no tolerance for these kinds of people in this field. And unfortunately, because there is no governing body in our field, anybody can end up in this field working side by side with you.
Exactly.
And again, in this field, because we have a common interest of the
Right.
paranormal or of ufology or of horror or whatever it may be, um, we tend to trust these people as if, oh, hey, they're another paranormal person. They got to be a cool person.
Right.
We don't know shit about these people in
Yep.
real life and what goes on.
No.
And again, although we're all these years ago when we added them, you might have seemed like an okay person. If I ever would have heard, him doing a show or connected with Bob Larson, Reverend Bob Larson, or if he was even on Coast to Coast with George Norrie, which, I'm not a big fan of his thing anymore. A lot of his stuff is BS. But again, I feel like as a person who is in radio myself, when you're looking for people, you gotta smell out people like this. I mean, he's saying, "Oh, I'm a demonologist," and he was doing live rituals on the radio, and he was doing all this stuff. So again, it's not a far stretch that this would be the kind of guy that would be behind all this. But before I go any further, I want to read a little interview that was an article that was done on this guy. And mind you, this was in 2012. And you guys take so actually, let me go back a little bit. No, that's a little bit after. Okay. So this is in 2012. And again, remember, he was still at this time focusing in the paranormal and ufology world. So he says, meeting Dr. Daniel Romanos face to face can be somewhat of a letdown. He is, after all, someone who once claimed to cast satanic spells so that a 12-year-old girl would have sex with him, and who, when setting up a meeting with a reporter, says, I will be the only one who resembles Rasputin. While Romanos' appearance may call to mind Grigori Mad Monk Rasputin, the oversized, hard to kill Russian Orthodox mystic who finally gave up his ghost in 1916, it's only due to his wispy graying beard and black clothes. As for the pedophilia claim, which he made on a Christian radio show back in the mid 90s, he said it was only performance art. Turns out that Romanos isn't really a Satanist at all, but simply a gentle, thoughtful, open-minded deist. Romanos says that he grew up in Baltimore Greektown neighborhood, hands over business cards in which for his occult investigation practice, which lists him as doing demonology, exorcisms, psychic research, UFO, ghosts and haunting, and of course, spellcasting. And those are his areas of expertise. His chosen meetup spot was a Pura Vida organic coffee house over at Levering Hall on the campus of Johns Hopkins University. Not that he goes there or not that he's affiliated, but he just meets there because it plays to his tendency to suggest he's actually connected to the reputable research university. So, I mean, the guy's a scam from Jumpstart. His Facebook profile, which lists more than 900 friends at that time, gives his tiny URL as JHU Paranormal, and he claims he studied there. In fact, he explains in this article that he actually hasn't. He says, I happen to live in the neighborhood, so I've kind of used it as a home base for a couple of years, and I guess he just turned his neighborhood into a paranormal university. It's merely a rhetorical distinction, though, since the studies were wherever he is, which these days happen to be in and out of around Hopkins. For a while, he called himself Archibald Daniel of the Old Orthodox Hermitage of St. Jerome. Turns out that Hermitage wasn't a brick and mortar abbey where he gave himself over to religious study and reflection. It was just, well, himself. That was the name. Oh, well, I'm not even worried about that part. It'd be deeply unfair to call Romanus a con artist. Better yet, he is more of a showman. This just makes me sick just even reading this over and over. In addition to doing radio show appearances and performing a satanic ritual on stage at the Auto Bar in 2000, he was featured in 2007 on a television show, Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie, talking about exorcisms. If being a showman means exploiting slippery vagaries like one's real name and formal studies, well, I guess there's no harm done. His latest name, the only one he prefers, is Dr. Daniel Romanos. It is one in a string of self-styled names. It appears he was born Ronald Lee Mershon Jr., and that he legally changed it to Daniel John Morin III back in 2004, the year that his mother passed away. He says, I don't want to be too specific about my names. If you found out these things and believe them to be the case, then write it. He also put himself forth as Ron Mephisto and Daniel Gargalio, I guess. So he has used more than 5 names, and the guy says, oh, at least. Probably much more than that. It's an occult thing, using different names. He says, I often joke, well, how many names does Satan use? So he's used Ron Mephisto, tag back in the 1990s when he would go on Reverend Bob Larson, the broad radio show, as a guest Satanist. He would, holding himself out as a listener's boogeyman, including a guest spot where he bragged about how he liked to have sex with underage girls. I basically told him what he wanted to hear, Romanos recalls, and he put it in his show. I saw the show as performance art. Obviously, if I did 1/10 of the things I allowed him to believe that I did, I'd probably, now listen to this, I'd probably still be in prison. He does round the country exorcism rallies. I've been to several of them. He would interview me and pass the collections plates around, and people basically would empty their pockets. I've probably made millions of dollars for Bob Larson, and I got a little bit out of it too, but it's a lot more. He says now he actually he doesn't consider himself a Satanist. He says that's something I've been associated with and part of me, but let's just say I'm not going to limit myself to that. So while I do run a satanic group called the Order of the Shaitan Satanic Embassy, where anybody who wants to follow a satanic, religion and have $50 can join. He said he considers it part of his continual freelance occultism, and he doesn't want to feel any way bound to any particular belief system. Again, there's just so much ridiculousness in this. I don't even know what to say. I know that he does charge for his exorcisms, doing investigations, etc., etc., etc.
Has anybody heard any responses from this guy at all? Has he responded to anybody?
No.
Wow.
The only thing that he did respond in one comment, which I posted up under yesterday under the post. Let me get to it just 1 second.
Sure.
And when I went to his page, I could see that it's just full of all of these, fantasy type videos, or not videos, articles that he writes about underage children and what he would like to do, what he does and all this kind of stuff. Um, and people were just going off on the guy. I mean, and calling, what a disgusting guy he was. And let
So
me
what's
get it
everybody
right.
saying right now? I mean, I can't see any of the
Let me go in it because we've got all kinds of comments coming up. I was just reading that, so I
Oh no,
couldn't
I don't mean
see
to
them.
bug you. Absolutely.
No, 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 not at all. Um, Ooh, man, you guys got a lot going on. Okay. James, hey James, nice to see you. He says, wrong, wrong, wrong.
What's up, James?
Tammy says, I have a niece. I would kill a mother
See,
effer.
thank you.
I agree.
Tammy's a,
I got
you
a
know what?
granddaughter.
Tammy's a great, you know what? Tammy's awesome. And you know what? She's definitely, she has her little niece and I would not want to go to battle with Tammy, but Tammy, this guy is sick, man. And absolutely, I'm pissed off about this. It's,
All right.
you know what it is? I real quick, sorry, Christina. It's just a thought when your mind, because all of us are all thinking like, oh my God, how disgusting this is. It's when your mind starts imagining what it's the imagination, and it makes me so, like you're saying, it's so sick inside right now. It just makes me so, I'm sorry, it's just.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Samantha saying this guy is a monster in my eyes, and I agree
Hi,
as
Sammy.
well. Uh, Will, hey Will, nice to see you. He says this guy is an admitted pedo. Did I read that right? Absolutely. Now, again, in one of the comments that he recently had posted, let me pull it so I can read it verbatim. Uh, People were, saying, I never marginalized the disgusting things pedophiles do. Never. It is wrong to relabel them, leave them the way it is, and never make this bullshit right. Children deserve our protection, not these. And a pretty nasty word. He comes back and says, as I am a hebephile and therefore presumably included in your threatened Holocaust, I suppose it's best to unfriend you now. Cheers. And he says, you sick fuck. And he says, I'm really taken back by, somebody else said, I'm really taken back by this. So everybody on his, page attacks him as well when he posts, but he just posts the stuff up and then doesn't respond to anything.
So
So it's,
why do you think he's? But see, what I'm confused about is why would anybody in their right mind admit or even post this sick stuff? It's hard for me to swallow this. I look at, I don't.
okay, let's look at this possible scenario.
Go ahead.
Okay, maybe he thinks he's really smart. He's a writer, right? And
Yeah.
so you can say, I can write about anything. I can say anything, and I'm just pretending. I'm just playing a role.
Well,
But what would be your best defense if that really was who you were and how you were doing things to try to, don't hide it and put it out there, but put the twist and say, oh, well, yeah, even though I'm putting this stuff up and I've said that I, like all this and I write about all of this, oh, like I said before, it's just a role that I'm playing.
let me ask:
But
has this guy been hiding for a while? I don't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
he's not hiding. He's just, I mean, he's got multiple names, multiple pages,
Right.
and on some pages he doesn't put any of this stuff. On other pages it's just like his Facebook page. That's all that's on there. So again, this guy he's got a blog spot page. So again, it's nothing different than the last time. I think that or ever going on again. No, I don't
Yeah.
believe that.
Well,
I do think
are you
we can
gonna
band
like?
together.
Yeah. No. No.
Well, I think we can band together. Go ahead.
No. No. No, Christine. I'm so sorry, hon. No.
No, we have a delay, so we have a
Oh, okay.
delay, so that's the problem.
Okay. Do you think that we should, or you should invite him to, hey, give him an opportunity to explain himself on Monday, or or today, or tonight, or tomorrow, and give him an opportunity? Look, I don't back this son of a bitch up. he needs to be, yeah, he needs to get in trouble for this. But do you want to give him an opportunity to say, look, man, I made an effing mistake. I was trying to raise some eyebrows, get attention. I would never do that. Blah blah blah.
Well, I mean, for the listeners that are, viewing this right now with us, put in the comments and let us know what, do you think we should give this guy a chance to say his side? I will just say that in past, shows when we've had to call people out and we've tried to give them the opportunity to come and put their side
Yeah.
out, it just doesn't seem to do anything. I mean, they just lie or they just twist it or whatever, and then get all mad because now you've talked about it. Do I really want to debate this with anybody? I can't say 100% that he is true. I am just reporting what he is saying himself.
Yeah.
What other people are saying. I do have people who have been checking his criminal record, that are checking his background, everything. So by Monday night, we will actually have a lot more information, and we will be posting it, just as we've done on the other shows. Yep. I'm going to post up everything I can find about this guy. And again, a lot of people have already called the police in Baltimore and have reported him. One of the people this morning messaged me and said that she called first thing this morning, and she was already one of the third call that the detective had already had this morning since he got there.
Wow.
So people are getting out there. They're being vocal. And again, if we can get the information to the proper, authorities, let them check it out. There are sites we can report this kind of stuff, because even if it's not true, there are many sites online that say, this is promoting pedophilia, even if he's lying about it.
Yeah.
So either way, do we want people in our field putting this kind of stuff out? And I mean, again, some people have 500 friends with this guy. I had like 241. I mean, every time somebody's like, I don't even know who this guy is, which I didn't either. They get there and they're like, oh my God, not only am I on there, but I've got hundreds of friends on there. So, I'm sure that there are plenty of people that are going to watch this stream, and they are not going to realize that they were friends with this guy, or when they go there, they're going to realize all of their friends are. So,
and nobody knows if he's married. Nobody knows if he has children. Has anybody done it?
No, we don't know that. I mean, again, I've got people who are doing background checks and stuff on him right now to try to find out all that information.
You're
please
awesome.
believe
You're awesome.
We got a hold of the other pedophile's wife too and say, Lay, do you know what's going on? We got a hold of the police. He got investigated. His house got raided. So, I mean, again, if nothing else, our part of it is when we find these scumbags like this, if we pull together and everybody goes and reports this guy's pages all across social media, everyone that we can find, we can get these pages shut down, because we've got them shut down before. Does it mean that he won't pop up with a new name and a new page? No. This is a never-ending thing I'm finding. But we've got to do something. We've got to address it. And I feel like people need to know stuff like this when it comes out.
Absolutely. And that's what I said. What you do is amazing, Christina. I mean, people need to understand, and this is what your show is about. This is what it's about. Christina George is out there. Why would you want to take it?
Well, now you are too. Because now you're helping.
But you know what though? My skin is really thick these days. I don't care anymore. Look, I
hang around with me for a little while and see what happens.
My skin is thick now. Now I'm like, you know what? You got two of us now.
Yeah, that's right. Double team them.
Double team them. Time.
Not that one for hope for all of these fools that are out here doing this crazy.
Absolutely. What if this guy, like I said, my mind is just clicking. But he goes to a paranormal, he goes to an investigation, if that's what he does, and he says, oh, Christina, she has a son or a daughter or whatever it may be, and he gets real close to you. Yeah, he gets real close to you, not because he wants to be your friend, because she has a daughter or a young daughter. That's the shit that's that's who knows. You know what?
Well, it's just like the guy in the UK. He was investigating with women and then turning around and sending them, unsolicited nude pics of himself and trying to make it seem as if it was their fault in the end. I mean,
What's so what's
This
so
field is
what's so
disgusting.
cool about this guy? You say he's in Kansas City or wherever he's at.
In
There's people in
Baltimore,
Baltimore right now saying, "Let's go knock on his door." You know,
you know,
this is our own backyard. This is our
yeah,
own backyard. It's not that this guy can hide in the UK or
yeah,
whatever. This guy's
yeah.
in our own backyard, and don't tell me that this guy's afraid to come out and go buy a loaf of bread, because if he knows right by now, he's afraid to go to the store and buy a loaf of bread because this guy's well known.
Yeah, well, and that's the whole thing is that the fact that he's this, well-known, magician and blogger. I mean, I didn't know who the hell he was at all, but I mean, a lot of people were sending me stuff about him and things, and I guess over the years he's been very, active. He's an older guy, but I mean, again, why would you switch? That would be
Right.
like, okay, all these years, all I've posted on my page is paranormal stuff. And then tomorrow I start saying, oh, start posting, articles I'm writing about wanting to molest and have sex with young children. I mean, people would be trying to, hang me from, the trees outside. There would be, a search for me right away. So I don't understand how this slipped under the radar, to be
Well, there
absolutely
you go. We've
honest.
talked about this again. Here, I'm pointing my finger like I'm yelling at you. Sorry. You know, it's like this is what we talked about. When it comes to paranormal, I'm telling you guys, if you form a team or something like that, you have to do a background check. That's it. You know what? This is getting too nasty. People are going to the paranormal for the wrong reasons. Not everybody, but you get 1 out of 1,000. That's that 1 out of 1,000. I think it's about time we start doing some type of paranormal. We're doing a check on you, making sure that you're not this person. You know,
Yeah.
it's getting to a point where it has to be, and unless it just has to be, and
And again, for those of you who are on the stream and for those who are going to watch the stream, later in the archives, we want you to continue to comment and, you know, let us know again, like your thoughts on all of this. That's
right.
what we want to hear. So Paraterra says, I know I've been off the radar for the past couple weeks, but I'm always
Yes,
going
you
to be
have.
up for what's right or wrong. And I will always be here to support my friends and family always. Thank you. We appreciate it. And again, there's a lot of you on this stream that, again, on the other shows that we've done where we've been calling out people, you guys were
Yep.
all right there and helped share these things, and we made a difference. And again, we can't
Yep.
change the world, but if we can put these people out there one at a time, and if that means they get shunned and they don't have the opportunity to be around anybody in our field, then that's a good thing for me.
Don't belong.
If nothing,
They don't belong. They don't belong.
uh,
That's it. They just don't belong. Now, is there a
yeah.
way? Would it be dirty? Would it be dirty on our part to put his picture up? Can you put like a side by side or something like that to show who this cat is?
Well, there is okay. So a friend of mine, Angel, did post a pic up in the thread of on my page of what the person we believe it is. Let me pull that up, and I will show. It does link to all of the his blog and all of those things. So we're about 99.9% that this is the actual guy. At least all of the records are all pointing to it. There's a few pictures. So let me see if I can pull it up and I will show you guys.
Yeah, because I don't even know who this guy. I looked to see if I was his friend, and I don't think I am. Which I'm not going to even. I'm not going to even. I'm
You're
not.
like,
Thank
thankfully, right?
God. Thank God. Yeah.
Okay. Angel, I know that you are
What's
on
going
the
on,
stream.
Angel?
Private message me and that pic so that I can share it. I'd appreciate that, Melissa. We'll
Hi,
get it up there. Let's read.
hi, Angel.
Oh,
Sorry.
Angel's my girl from the UK. So
Yeah.
this okay. So what is this guy's name? So again, um, he goes by multiple names,
God, what
but
a God. I mean, I have G Money, I got G Man, and I got George.
but again, his original. Let's see. Let me.
Sorry, but I'm
Uh,
so flinchy. I was painting all day yesterday, and I keep on getting back cramps. So I apologize. God, seriously, I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he goes by Daniel Romanos, Rumanos. You can all go to my Christina George page. It's a public post, and the pictures, links to his page, everything are there. Go and check out yourself. Don't take my word for anything or George. Go and research it for yourself. Make sure, fact check. So that's the name he goes by. Now he's added doctor on it, and he actually claims on one of the profiles to be a surgeon, doctor.
Right.
But when he was his actual birth name was Ronald Lee Vershawn Jr., and then he legally changed it to Daniel John Moran III
Well,
back in
I just got this
2004.
picture. I just got this picture that I'm going to use my psychic. This is a picture I got of him. Is this him right here?
Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, looks just like him. George, you are so good.
Sorry.
You're
I'm
getting
sorry.
better and better every time we do a show. Okay,
I'm
I've
sorry,
actually
honey.
got the pic. So, and he looks like a douchebag, guys. Like I hate to say.
I can't wait
Let's
to see.
see if I can zoom this bigger. No, maybe I need to download it, or maybe I just share it to Facebook. Sorry, guys, my computer's like going so damn slow.
That's all right.
All right, let's see if it'll let me load it into the comment section.
I just want to tell everybody thank you for being here today. This is awesome. Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely on a Saturday. But I was shocked when I woke up this morning and there was all of these uh, posts, and shares of this and comments, and
Yeah.
the page was going crazy. So it was nice to see. Let's see. Will says nothing wrong with Satanism and a cult, but this pedo stuff has to cease immediately.
Absolutely.
Look, Will, again, I have nothing. Satanism, if that's what you're doing, as long as you're not, sacrificing or raping children or anything like that. I mean, you can believe in whatever you want. You can have whatever religion you want. But I agree. Once you start, doing things like this, and again, if this is fake, like this is the most stupidest man I have ever known in my life, that you would want to pretend that you're a pedophile.
That's what's gonna happen. Come on, use your senses. He's gonna come back and say it wasn't me or it was a joke. Sorry. Ha ha.
Well, you know what? I think this might be, it might be the biggest joke that has ever backfired and might have the police all up his rear end, which, again, I do not apologize for, because even if his line, if he put this stuff out to try to defraud people to think that it was true, then I'm going to take it as truth and I'm going to put your ass on blast.
Absolutely.
If it was bullshit, then you're going to look even worse after the fact, because you're going to look more of a fraud. And again, that's the problem that I have in our field, is that we are riddled with frauds.
Yep.
Absolute frauds. And it makes people who are really in this field for the right reasons and trying to make a difference, it all makes us look like absolute idiots out here.
Absolutely. I 100% stand by your side, Christina.
All right, let's go through a few more pics. It says, seen his name come up recently over some bad shit. He's sick. Oh, well, here you go. So people are starting to see. Tammy says, I'm not sure who he is. And again, I'm going to, as soon as I get it down, I'll put it up so you guys can see.
Yeah.
Will says, I know Crowley teaches strongest offering in a ritual is killing a young boy. We are better than this. Stop the pedophilia. Stop torturing and harming children to harvest endochrome. It's one of the most addicting drugs on this planet. Get help if you're addicted to adrenalized blood. Switch to ghost blood and taper off. You can stop if you put your mind to it. Now, see, I mean, again, I'm not into Satanism, or I'm not into rituals and all those kinds of things. But it even shows you that people who are in those, backgrounds are disgusted by these people as well.
Right, right.
So, how often do you see? Tammy says he's a walking contradiction. Boy, isn't that the truth?
That's the truth. Yeah. Good job, Tammy. Good job, girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Will says, self-admitted pedo herbivore, more like pedivore. They torture, rape, and cannibalize children. Yeah, it's just sickening. Samantha says, send me the names PM, please, so I can check my Facebook list. Yes, I absolutely will. Don't worry. about that. My gosh, you guys are just so there are so many comments. I'm trying to keep up with them. Parachair says, I never let him on my page. I heard too many bad things about him, but this takes the cake. I agree. Your beautiful wife, Kara, says, thank God he wasn't on my friends list. He is now blocked. And again, from what I'm seeing, is that people that he is friends with back when most of us probably added him was
Yeah.
again at least 6 years ago. So if you weren't very active in the paranormal fields and in the circles, you might not have ended up in those, thank goodness. But again, every single person that I messaged that was friends with him were completely shocked and
Oh,
like, oh
absolutely.
my
Yeah.
God, how the hell did this guy get on my page? And again, it wasn't until I did more research to find out, that what he actually did, that it was a little bit different. So he's got a blog spot page. It's called Romano's Magic. It's RUM as in Mary, AN as in Nancy, OS magic.blogspot.com. So I will put all these links up afterwards so people can find it if they want. Um, hold on. Rhonda Grimes says, baffling that people will fall for this crap, but again, they do all the time. Kristen says, her youngest son is 15. And again, uh, anybody with kids, and this is the kind of crap that scares the hell out of you of,
Right.
we don't know who we might have our children around.
Right. What's up,
Oh,
Christian? How you doing, girl?
Mr. Jack Brewer. He's a friend of Kristen's who kind of tried to get in a debate with me this morning about this on my
Oh.
page, that I shouldn't write a novel, that the answer was just don't cause drama, block him, we move on. Well, like what my answer was, hell no. Hell no. You must not know who I am. No, no, no. Don't
No.
work that way. I don't close my eyes. Right.
It's not gonna
No
happen,
closing
brother.
my eyes and cowering away from the truth. If this is your truth and you're in my field
That's it,
gumming it
man.
up,
No.
I'll give you the attention you want.
This is
Uh,
serious stuff. That for that cat that just said that, this is serious. I mean, this is the stuff. If you do the crime, you're gonna do the time, and this is the way you're gonna do the time. You're gonna be blasted. Period.
okay. Jack says, which article are you talking about of him being involved with small children? I have read the articles and haven't seen anything about children, but I do see other fantasy. He does do fantasy articles about the young children, but well, maybe you didn't hear the beginning of the show, but he went on Reverend Bob Larson's radio show back in the 90s and admitted that he liked to have sex with young children, that he's a hebephile, which is like a pedophile that likes children from age
Oh
11 to 14
God.
instead of 11 and under. And he's been very vocal. If you look at the page, the post that you were arguing with me on, you'll see that in his own words, he admits that he does want to have sex. He does like to have sex with
Can I ask a
children.
stupid question? Can I ask a really stupid question?
Why
Okay,
not? Other people are.
okay. Here's my stupid question of the day, and that I win the booby prize or whatever you want to call it. If he likes having, he is admitting to having, he wants to have sex or has had sex. Has he had sex with these young people?
That's what he says. But then
Okay,
when he
so
got attacked, then that's when he changed and said, "Oh, hold on, I'm just playing a role. This is just an
okay,
acting."
so here's the other sick thing about it. Then, where does he find? I don't want people to know because I don't even want to know. I don't even. Do people pimp their kids out? I mean, I don't get this. Or does he go to the local school? I mean, I don't get this, man. I'm confused.
Who knows? But I know that there's a lot of these guys out there. In fact, locally here, somebody I know who had a extended family member just recently got arrested in a SWAT sting or police sting for contacting a 15-year-old little girl, and he's almost 50, for
Shit.
sex. And the little girl told one of her school friends, and that school friend got freaked out and went home and told her mom. And
Right.
then her mom called the other girl's mom, and mom got the phone, found out she was talking to him on this website, and they turned it into the police, and the police detectives took her phone and continued to talk to him and set him up. So again, like I said, it's not just that it's happening, in our field, it's happening across the country.
Everywhere.
But
Yeah.
again, this is a field that I'm very passionate about and is my life, and I want people to be safe in it. And unfortunately, these kinds of things are happening more and more, and people are becoming more at risk for something to happen to them,
Yeah.
to a family member or something, because we don't know who these people are.
Well,
Some of
it's
these have attacked other people because
right.
they've got mad and stabbed. I mean, the stories I could tell you over the last 15 years of,
Yeah.
and then something horrible comes out and everybody says, oh my God, he seemed like such a nice guy
Yeah.
online.
Well, you know
Nope.
what? This is all of our jobs. The people that are listening to you, to the people that get to hear this later on, it's all our job to be doing what we're doing today. This is our job. We have to get these people and flush them out. You have to.
Yep. And again, for anybody that's on this stream, again, I appreciate everybody's opinion, but you'll also find out that I'm very opinionated, and
Yep.
I don't give two shits if you don't agree with me. That's fine. Then like I told him, use your own advice and block me and don't read my shit. This
That's
is
right.
this is what I do, and this is how I feel, and it's my page and it's my show, and I'll do whatever the hell I want and say what I want, and if you don't like it, move on. Um,
Exactly.
uh, let's see. Let's look at some more questions. Tammy says, I say his ass should be reported to the authorities. Yes, and he has. There have been
Yep.
multiple people that have been sharing this. They've been messaging me saying that they've contacted the detective. So they are onto this. So again, this guy is stupid as hell if he's playing a game, because now he's going to be under a microscope by multiple agencies. And if you look at my post from last night, there are multiple links to all the different agencies that we put links up on last night for people to go and report this guy. So he's going to get a lot of attention. If he wanted to be famous, he's going to be famous. But I don't know if he's, wanted to be like this. Rhonda says, would you believe it? I don't believe shit that he says. But again, I think that that's almost just equally as bad. If he is a pedophile and he's doing this and he's trying to cover up, that's sick. If he's lying about it, that's just as bad, because what the hell do you gain out of portraying yourself as something like that? There's something wrong with you.
It's the wrong kind of
Something wrong.
attention that he's searching for. If he's just searching for attention, this is definitely the wrong way to do it. Definitely the
Oh,
wrong way
well,
to do it.
Jack's back, and Jack says, let him speak before passing judgment. Well, you know what? We might invite him on the show, but to be absolutely honest, I don't give a shit. I am reporting exactly what he has put out himself in his interviews, in his articles, in his own comments. What the hell do I care what he's going to say now? He'll be lying as like they all do when they're caught. Shit. Jack,
You know
you
what?
go find a beanstalk and climb up it and stay in fairy tale land.
I'm gonna give me a T-shirt that says, "You know what, Christina George," and in the back says, "Doesn't give a shit."
Doesn't give. I give not one fuck, not two, but zero fucks about what other people think.
Yeah, you know what?
Let's see. Yami says, cut it off and put it in a blender. Yeah, why not? Paraterra says, I don't think he would come on. Chicken shit comes to my mind. I agree. I mean, if you guys really want me to reach out to this douchebag
Yes,
and
yes.
he wants
Reach
to come
out.
on,
They're
I
like
will.
this. Just
I know Mr. George over there is want to, because with everything in him, as much as he tries to be a hard ass like me, he always has that positive thing in the back of his head saying, it might just all be a mistake. Maybe somebody hacked him and just don't like him and want to make him think that way for the last 6 years. So, yeah, if you guys want me to try, I will. I agree with you, Tara. I don't think that he'll come on, to be absolutely honest, but we'll see.
he'd be a damn fool if he didn't to try to clear it up.
He might want to watch a few of the shows that we've done on stuff like this before he agrees to come on, because they don't seem to be too happy once they get here.
Oh, hell no.
Kristen says, we don't need to talk to him, Jack. She's already researched him. Yeah, that's right. And the one thing that you'll know about me, Jack, is that I don't put shit out on my show that I have not researched myself.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Just so you know that. Tammy says, yeah, I don't think he deserves that chance. He openly admitted to it himself.
You know
You're
what?
right.
She's right. Just
Says
like that
amen.
guy that just gave you shit about was his name Jack? Give him a chance. Blah blah blah. Well, wait a second there, Jack man. You know what? He's the one that printed this shit up. So you know what? That's his chance. That's it. So guess
Right.
what? Guilty as
Why
charged,
would
buddy.
he? Why would he put on his own underneath his own comment
Yeah. There's
that
no there's
he
no
is
discussion.
a hebephile,
No
and that
discussion.
if they don't like that, then they should. He guess he should block him too.
You know what? Tammy's right. You know what? I'm gonna buy me a nice GE blender. I said we just go out to wherever he's going out and just shove that little baby thing inside there, the little baby toe, and here and just see it. Just
No.
Tammy, you're right,
Right.
100% blender, penis blender.
Well, Tara saying even if it was a lie, he had in no way tried to retract anything since 2012 when he did that interview and said it was all a bunch of BS.
Yeah,
For the last 6 years, this is the kind of stuff he's been putting out. So
yeah,
something has changed because
yeah,
now there's nothing paranormal on his page, where before it was all stuff, the magic stuff he was doing, paranormal ufology, stuff about, magic and spells and stuff like that. Now
yeah.
you can't find anything like that and anything current on his page. So yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah.
No,
Tammy said, being a victim of this kind of sick, of this thing. This sick fuck needs to rot in hell, and I completely agree. And
Tammy,
she,
you use the F word. You
well, hey,
potty mouth.
we know that she fits right in with me because
I love
that's
her.
like my
No, I love that
that's
girl.
like everybody saying hello. I have the F word. I'm just like, oh
No,
well,
no, no, no,
sorry.
no, no, no. I love Tammy. Tammy's awesome. Dig her.
Tammy says, I pray to God he doesn't have children, and so do I, because we know the
Yeah.
UK guy that was doing all the shady stuff, and he reached out to a 15-year-old child
Yep.
and sent her a nude pic as well, unsolicited.
Right.
Uh, again, we found out that he had a wife, or not a wife, but I guess a significant other he had been with for 10 plus years,
Right.
and two small children. So I'm thinking, really, and a daughter. So it's like, seriously, like, this is what you're doing. It's so disgusting. I swear to God.
Just
Yeah.
the thought of it is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. Disgusting.
All right. Well, so Eddie says, I would let him speak and tell us his side. I don't want to pass judgment if the profile is fake. Oh, well, hold on a second. The
Good point,
profiles
Eddie.
are fake, but he has created all of them. Because when you do his background check, all of these pages, his WordPress page, all of the pages and all of the different names, all link back to him, to his accounts. So he created them all. It's not like somebody just went and created it. And under the other names, if you look them up, the same kind of stuff is on there. That is his name. He's now again decided to put doctor in front of it, to play this other role. But again, I, I will put it out, I guess, and I will put the message out to him and see what he says. But I wouldn't be too worried about that he's going to come, to be absolutely honest. All right. Jack says, how can you do a background without a social security number? I'm cautious how that works. Well, you'd be very interested to know, Jack. I have some very interesting friends over the years that do a lot of research on the internet. And with very little information, you can find out a whole lot of people. And if you just do a lot of researching on public records, it's very easy to find his phone number. I already have it. And then with that phone number, then you can look a little deeper. And then with that, then you can find a blog spot. And then you can take that and you can find an IP address. And then you can take the IP address and you can track it back down to who the provider is. And then you can find out who the customer is. Believe me, I know a lot more than you think, and I'm a lot smarter than I look. So,
Oh no, 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 no. You are very smart, but what's in a look at I try to make everything humorous, but what scares me is the fact that what one day, because I think this guy is Jeeper Creepers. I really do feel that you've done some background. You know the hell where he's at. So, the wrong person you want to piss off is Christina George. She'll find anything, man. She's good.
it's out there. I can find it, or if I can't find it, I got people who can.
I know you do.
So
I know you do.
let's just say that people from Anonymous and me are have become very good friends over the years doing the shows that
Oh
I
no
do.
no no
So
no! You're an A+, man. I wouldn't. You're 007. Seriously, this guy's in trouble.
Kristen says, "How did we not notice this creep? He was on my list." Again, I'm assuming he probably added you years ago, Kristen, when he was his page was all about paranormal. If you troll his page and you go years back, you'll see that for a while all that was on there was paranormal stuff. So anybody that would have got a request from him would have said, "Oh, yeah, he does the same stuff that we do." And probably added them and multiple friends you had in common and thought it was okay. And
Yeah.
again, just over the past few years, all this changed, and now this is solely what he has on his page. Nothing paranormal or horror or anything else anymore.
Yeah.
Will says, I prefer that these pedos come out and admit that they would molest kids if they could get away with it. I'd rather society be able to identify these molesters and can react accordingly. There's no cure for pedophilia except castration, maybe. And that's even a question because they say sometimes that, that might not even work. So his names again. Uh, again, if you just Rhonda, if you just go to my page, it's public. It's up there. I've got screenshots of what he said of some of his pages, and if you just read through the comments, multiple people have done research on this guy and put up different names and links to different accounts, so it's all there. So.
Yeah.
Monique, and nice to see you. You're a new face in our chat. Says name and shame. Yeah, that's part
Exactly. That
of what we
bring
do
her girl.
here.
Bring that girl on. She's absolutely right. That's you do the crime, you do the time. Good job, Monique.
Yeah, that's right. Will says, I better not have this guy on my friends list. Well, again, I'll put it out there, the link, and you guys go out there and check. And the thing is if you're not on his friends list, more than likely, if you're in the paranormal, you're going to have friends, mutual
Yeah, that
friends,
are social. Yep,
common. So
absolutely.
he's really been busy for sure.
Yep.
Carrie Lawrence says hello. Hey, Carrie, nice to see you. New person as well.
What's going on, Carrie?
Uh, okay. Kristen says she calls you G Money. That's right. So do I.
I like G Money. It makes me feel so tall. G Money. What's up, girl?
Right, right. Okay, let's see. Hope and
Wow.
Angel, you're putting up a lot of the stuff. So great. Thank you so much. If you guys are looking in the comments, you'll see a lot of the links that Angel is putting up for us. So thank you so much. Tammy says, let me lure him in and give him a dose of his own medicine. You know,
Ooh,
you know, I almost thought about that too, but
that's a
I figured
great
like by the
idea.
time I put the post out and everybody had shared it all over the internet, I was like, well, he's not gonna fall for that
No,
one. But yeah, maybe Tammy, maybe we do. You need
can't.
you as a secret squirrel spy.
And
Go
just
ahead,
so everybody knows, I mean, I'm laughing and
rattle
stuff.
his
This,
nuts.
ooh, I know I'm laughing and making little jokes and stuff like that, but you know what? This is a very serious situation here, and I do apologize now. I apologize. I just want to apologize for me. You know, it's just, it's nothing that we could be joking about. I think this guy needs to be fried, and we'll see what happens. Definitely see what
Right.
happens.
Well, I
Tammy,
think
you're
that on one side, it's like it's a very serious topic, but anybody
absolutely,
who knows us and our shows, like this is kind of how we get through those in awkward moments is
absolutely, and
through
that's
laughter and making a
exactly,
fool out of them on top of
exactly,
everything. Terry says,
exactly.
first time actually here, always meant to be. Well, we're glad to have you, whether it's the first time or not. So thank you so much.
Good to
Tammy
see you.
says, but he admitted it in interviews, right? Oh, not only did he admit it in the interviews, but also, like I said, if you look at the post that I put up yesterday, he, in his own comment on a thread where everybody was attacking him, attacking pedophiles, he admitted that he was a hebephile himself, and that if that meant he would, they had a problem with pedophiles, they had a problem with him, so he was going to block those people. So yes, absolutely.
Jesus.
Let's see. Monique says, we have a lady claiming to be having sex with ghosts. What's your thoughts, please? Oh, well, we just talked about this the other night on
What's
our
going on,
strange
Monique?
news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that she's a freaking dingbat. And we got a few of them here in the US too that go to conferences just looking, their prime thing is to uh, have sex with ghosts, they say. So Jeff, hi Jeff, nice to see you. Again, lots of new faces. I appreciate you guys all being here. Will says, if this guy is posing as a pedo, I'm inclined to take it seriously. Always a little truth in a joke. There you go.
Right.
I
There you go.
completely. And Kristen
Absolutely,
says,
Jeff.
Will knows his shit. And absolutely, Will's a longtime friend as well. And believe me, Will is known some crazy drama BS that people make up, but take, other things that are very serious. So a lot of lies can be, and truth can be mixed up into one, and just enough to make people question and not think that somebody would be that stupid to admit something like that in the public. So
Absolutely.
Samantha says, I am from the Netherlands, so thank you so much. Oh, I'm again, you guys, you don't have to thank us, but it makes me feel so good when so many people were saying, oh my God, thank you. I would have never known. And because I had to say the same thing to my friend yesterday who put me up on that I was friends with this guy. So again, as we know on Facebook, if it's not somebody that you interact with on a uh, daily basis or you don't visit their page, their notifications and stuff aren't going to come up on your pages. So it's
Right.
not strange that none of us have seen this guy or come across it until all this came out. So let's see. Tammy again says, yeah, I can't ignore something like this. Nope.
She's right.
Who are we talking about? Can't find that. Again, Carrie, if you go to my page, you can see the post that I put up last night, all the information, and afterwards I will be putting everything up. Tara says, who in their right mind is just going to block him and move on? This is a very serious topic, and everyone has the right to know it. Especially,
Exactly.
again, people who are in our field. It just seems like when we do these shows, they're some of our most popular shows, and people really, really, are glad that we're putting this stuff out because a lot of times people don't run across this and don't know. Now, I'm not saying go out and block this guy, as other people have said.
Yeah.
If this is what you're into, but I don't want to have anything, to do with it. I'm putting them on blast, and that's what I'm going to do. So
Exactly.
let's see. Tammy says, "Oh, this makes me so mad. Can we just all line up these sick fucks and shoot their penises off?" I sometimes feel the same way lately because it just seems like it's like one thing after another. I guess if it was like hit and miss, it would still be really bad, but you
Right.
would feel like it's not a growing issue. And it's like once a week or every couple of weeks, somebody sends me some crap like this, and it's just like again, I have to pick and choose what I put out there because I want to find that they've admitted stuff or I can find stuff, that shows that.
No, you're
And
right.
so again, this was perfect. I couldn't walk past this. The dummy was out there putting it out himself and saying he was. So you want to be a pedophile? Oh, I'll help you and I'll put you out the way you portray yourself. Will says, you're doing the right thing. Forget being empathic and complicit. Exposing stuff like this is what is necessary. I hate when people say just ignore the situation. Imagine if this guy messed with someone you knew who was underage or their child or something. Would you want people to care or would you want people to just block and ignore and move along? Exactly, Will. Thank you so much for saying that. That's telling you. Kimberly, I just saw that you tried to join into the stream, but I didn't see you on video. So if you want to come back on, do it, and I'll bring you on here real quick. And I know you got to go in 15 minutes. You got to get out of here. So if we're still talking about this, I'll keep answering you guys' questions and comments. George's got a busy day. He's all popular and shit. When you're famous like him.
Yeah. Hold on while I puke.
Pretty soon I'm going to have to carry your bags, Mr. Famous.
You are so freaking. That was wrong. That was so wrong.
Hey, Jackie, nice to see you. Jackie says, castrate them. Yep. Well, if this is the way I say
Hey,
it.
Jackie.
Oh, Jack. Oh, I just found another one from Jack. Jack says, okay, I take my comments back. I found what you were talking about. This is really sick shit now. I apologize. Well, you know what, Jack?
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to give you credit. I'm going to take back the mean shit I just commented and said about you
Yeah.
because at least, again,
Yeah.
instead of just making an opinion, thinking I'm just putting out bullshit I pull out my ass. I don't know this guy. I don't have any personal, problem with him. I'm going to make some stuff up about him. Again, people, research, 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 find out for yourself.
Yeah.
But I
Thank you, Jack.
appreciate you saying that, Jack. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, Will says, yes, kids are pimped out by families for money. Happens in the entertainment industry all the time. Corey Feldman, Amanda Bynes, and many others. And not only that, but also there are many dark web sites, on the dark web that are for things just like this, where people have underage children, and they will basically pimp them out and sell them out or sell them to these pedophile families. I mean, this has been going on for a long time. Again, we just don't hear about it enough until something major happens. Now,
Right.
like, these are all like the types of warning signs and things we should be looking for, especially when it's people we are dealing with in the same damn field.
That's it.
It's crazy.
That's it.
Carrie says, yes, it gets swept under the rug all the time. It doesn't. It just irritates the hell out of me. And I just feel like so many people are just so afraid to be involved in drama, and they don't want to say anything that's going to make anybody mad at them. And
This ain't drama though. This is not drama. This is reality. This is real shit.
well, it is, but there's a lot of scary ass people out there, because they'll say, like, even when I put the post up there, they'll say, "Oh, I blocked him," and I say, "Oh, did you report him?" "Oh, well, no, I didn't report him. I don't want to get involved in all
But that's
that." Well,
the,
that's part of the fucking problem.
that's the people that actually make me mad. It's like you see somebody getting beat up in a parking lot, or you see a purse snatching, and they just turn their head instead of trying to help that person. They just don't want to see it. It's like you're ignoring it. If you don't see it, it's not happening, which is crap. We all have to start chipping in and do this. We need to stick up for one another. This is what's wrong with society. Everybody's afraid if you bring this up, it's all about, oh, we're starting drama. No, we're trying to do what's right as an American. This is what you're supposed to do.
Well, either way, everybody who knows me or doesn't know me knows I don't give two shits. I don't care. I
And
don't
I don't
care.
give two shits no more. My
Hey,
skin is
you
so
get
thick.
you get 1.5. You still
Okay.
have a half a shit. Did you care?
I do, but you know what? I love who I'm becoming because of you. I love it.
Well, I don't want people, like just not care about anything, But the thing, I just don't care what people's opinions, or if they like what I have to say or not. It used to a long time, and being an empath, it's just way too draining. So
Exactly.
what other people think of me and my opinions, is none of my business. So I really don't care. If you don't like me, don't like what I'm saying, you don't think I'm right, then
don't
go
watch.
talk on your page. Why would you stay and follow me? As I never understand that, other than just to talk shit, and then whatever, go for it.
You do have nice hair now, so come on.
Especially when it's in the light and you got the purple coming through.
Oh, you do, girl. I love you.
All right. Eddie says, "Woohoo! Christina has a feisty today." Oh yeah, this one had me up in arms. It doesn't take much lately, but yeah, this kind of stuff just really gets me. Carrie says they always lie or try to justify their behavior, never take responsibility. 100%. We see that over and over. And hey, Lorraine, nice to see you, my friend. She has been with me since the beginning on Facebook. And girl, I'm telling you, she's in the paranormal. She's a paranormal author. And
Awesome.
he as well was on his page. So she didn't know that he had changed either. So again, a lot of people were very shocked by this and had not seen anything from him in a long time to even realize that this happened. This guy is in Baltimore, Maryland, Lorraine. Let's see. Angel says, yeah, let's bring him on and watch him, the creep squirm on camera. Will says, I'd love to see this guy squirm through while trying to explain himself. The more that I think about this, it could be a very interesting show. I mean, without saying any names, we did have another guest that came on and was all about to, stand up for herself, and how, he had answers for everything. And he looked like the biggest idiot and got so much flack for being on there. So it might be fun to watch.
Yeah,
that's kind of trying to change my mind a little bit, have a little fun with his ass and make him feel bad. All right, let's see. Lorraine says, I can't believe I friended him. Well, don't feel bad because there's hundreds of people as well that are feeling the same way this morning.
Yeah,
So
but everybody
no
probably
worries.
friended him because he was probably during the time as a paranormal investigator. I mean, I filter my stuff too. If you're not a paranormal investigator, I check the friend list and see who he's friends with. I don't accept. I mean, it's just. But so Lorraine, don't take it so bad. We all got sucked into the same thing.
Right? Kristen says, is loud. She says that I don't give a shit. No, you're right. I don't. And Kristen, we know you don't either because you've been right on the bandwagon with us with other ones too. She said, oh, we should call him live. Let's call.
Oh my God!
It would be fun, but I can't call him out on this. They have to use the link to come back in. So, or you know what? I
No,
definitely would.
grab your cell phone. Grab your other cell phone that you probably have. Give him a call in to see if he picks up.
Hey, Angel, send me the link that's got his phone number on it, and
Oh,
I'll do it. I don't care. Look, you guys know I don't care. I don't know. I'll
come
prove
on!
it all day.
Oh my Lord! You know why not? What if he does pick up?
Well, then I'll say you're live on my show, you pedophile fuck. Like we're about to talk to you. You have anything to say?
Oh my
Tammy
God!
says, "Let me call him. I sound real young on the phone. I'll get him to meet me, and we can fuck him up." Oh, there you go. I swear, I gotta love my friends though. Man,
Oh my God! This is amazing.
we're not gonna go do anything, guys. So don't like say that we're out here,
Every
threatening his life to beat him up and chop up his penis in a blender and all of that. But they're nice thoughts, when you deal
Yeah,
with
we
people
don't
like
we
that.
don't mean
So.
it. Just because we have some cement shoes in my closet, size 9, I'm sure they'll fit them. Doesn't mean we're gonna do that.
Well, I like this because Kristen just posted. She said 400 plus that she had in common with this guy of friends. She just checked, and now there's only 217. So I'm
Wow,
telling you, like people were sharing that post like crazy.
wow,
So again, and some of them were just taking the information and sharing it themselves on their own page and their own post. But a lot of people shared mine. So that tells you it's making an effect.
good. I'm proud of
I'm
you
really
guys.
happy for
I'm very proud of
that part.
everybody.
Oh, hold on. I think I just heard my little ding because I got a message.
Is it him?
No, it might be. It might be. It might be Angel sending me the number. Hold on.
Oh my God!
George, why does that constrain you?
I love
That
this.
would definitely be something I would be willing to do.
I know. Hey, I got your back 100%. I love it.
All right, let me see. Oh, no, that's fine.
Hey Tammy, I'm a big fan of you today. Good job. Huge fan.
Angel, send me the one that's got his phone number for his name, the one you sent the raw one. Hold on a second. And uh, Kimberly was asking come on. So yeah, absolutely, you can come on. That is not a problem. So as soon as I have that, yes, I will call him. We will call him. Lorraine says I blocked him. Yeah, yeah. Well, I blocked him and then I unblocked him last night just to get something, and I had to wait another 24 hours before I could block him again. But now I want to see what's going on his page, so I probably won't block him. So, um, and Samantha says thank us both for this. She says I did know mention, but yeah, he's gone now, and you're both angels to open our eyes for this. Well, again, I'm glad that we could bring this information forward, and if it helps anybody get them off their page and out of their circles, and makes an opportunity that you'll never investigate with this weirdo, then you've done a good thing.
You've done
Uh,
a good thing, Christina.
yeah. Kristen says Tammy and I are serious about torturing him too.
God.
Well, you're the parent. We're part of the parent mafia, but we can't be putting all our secrets out there, girl. Come on, you'd be a dumb criminal too. All right.
Damn.
Let's see. Kristen says, "Oh, she's a law-abiding citizen." LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all are. Angel says people will love the fact he's a pedo, and then when he goes to prison, oh yeah, absolutely. We know the UK guy's gonna have fun in there. Tara says this was something I took so serious in my last career. I have sent many people to prison for this. This is a case I would love to have taken. Too bad I'm retired. Me too, Tara. Me too, because I would definitely love to see people like this, taken out. I was so happy when we were able to take the UK investigator out for this crazy shit. So again, thank you. Chasey says, "Afternoon, y'all. Hey, Chasey, good to see you. Thanks for joining." Uh, Angel says he is a sick fuck. Simple as that. Would love to see his facial expressions if you confronted him on camera and hear his arrogant mouth. But you know what I've noticed though is normally people who are like this on social media and they don't comment, they just put like a lot of stuff and they don't comment on the stuff back, are usually like, I think, like little dick coward guys that probably live in their parents' basement, as a grown freaking man. I don't think that he would, especially if he saw this stream, I think he would be afraid to come on because you never know. Look, I attacked poor Jack before and made until he understood it and apologized. So, we know Mr. Daniel going to definitely get it if he decides to come on for sure. Tammy says, you have to fucking get involved. Jesus, people, wake up. And Kara says, exactly, Tammy. And I agree. Like, you guys got to stop
100%.
sticking your heads in the sand. You got to get on top of this. Kelly, hey, Kelly, nice to see you. There are sickos all over and in every type of business, religion, and any children's programs. Oh, absolutely. We know that daycares have been major hubs for pedophiles and sex rings and molestation rings. Many big known, well-known child cares have been shut down over the years, and the families that run them, put in prison. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're gonna try to call him, guys, because it's the one on his blog. So we're gonna call him. He thought I wasn't going to. Let me put it on speaker. Where's my speaker?
Oh my god, this is awesome. Domino's Pizza. Take
Hello?
Hi, is this Daniel?
Who's calling?
This is Christina George from Paranormal Connections radio show.
Yes.
Well, I was wanting to contact you because I was sent information that we were friends online, and somebody had sent me a private message yesterday, very concerned with you and the things that you post and put out. And I was doing a live stream today, and I'm interested in, having you on my show on Monday night, if possible, to put your side out. Because, I saw your comment that you had posted that you are a hebephile, which I didn't at the time know was somebody who likes children from age 11 to 14. But I've also read some old interviews that you did and radio shows you've been on, like Bob Larson's, where you had claimed way back in the 90s, 2000s, that this was the stuff that you were saying about liking to have sex with children was just a role that you were playing. So I kind of wanted to get your take.
It's basically just to let you know. I mean, if you want to have me on the show, we'll talk about it, but just let me know. My Facebook and social media for promotion of my writing, and I often put things there that are controversial and so forth in order to draw attention, and hopefully when they see the writing, they see that I even though it's fiction, I'm very careful to show that I'm a law and order type person. I do nothing to people, and I never would, and those who do.
Okay.
What?
Well, that's a mouthful. Well, okay. You know what? I'm going to save all of my questions for Monday for the show. When I get off the phone with you, I will send you the information and the link.
What time would the show be? I'm on the East Coast.
Okay, so it would be 9 to 11 p.m. your time.
All right.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Is it possible to pre-record it? I could do it, but.
Well, how about tomorrow? We could do it tomorrow. How would that be? We could pre-record tomorrow.
What time?
You give me a time.
Afternoon is best for me. Anytime in the afternoon tomorrow would be fine.
How about, say, 3 o'clock your time?
Sure, should be great.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to let you know ahead of time, like my feelings. I am when you say this is controversial, boy, did you hit it on the head, and this really hit a nerve with me. So, and with a lot of people on my page. So again, I just felt like it was only right to give you an opportunity, to put out your side and, do it that way. I am a show that is fair. So I just want to let you know.
I really appreciate that, and I'm sure people will be a bit surprised by the reality of things.
Alrighty, well, I will send you the information for the show tomorrow, and we will see you at 3 o'clock your time.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Now, for anybody who thought that I would do that shit, here you go. Yes.
Are you fucking serious?
Now, you heard it. He does it to be controversial, but he's a law-abiding guy. This is going to be a show tomorrow, guys. This is going to be a show for all shows.
So he didn't deny it. He didn't deny anything. He didn't say that someone sabotaged his thing. So he did write what you picked up on, or everybody picked. You know what? I am friggin'.
He's saying that he writes everything, so it's controversial to bring attention to him. But again, what does the paranormal and ufology and pedophilia have to do with each other? And why would you go from that to that just to get attention toward you for your writing?
Well, you better
something's wrong.
You better post this and put his picture up. Now you have a show tomorrow at 3 o'clock, so you might as well show everybody who this cat is.
Oh boy. They thought. See, and for everybody who thought I wasn't going to call, don't ever think that I won't do something like that. I do not care. If you guys want him to be on, I'll call him and ask him. I ain't got no problem.
3 o'clock tomorrow.
Phil Sumners, he's back tonight. He's not in the bubble bath, I guess, tonight. He's with us
Phil.
today. People need to be held accountable, though love and light is not always the correct way to handle things. I have to agree.
Wow. Well, I you know what? 3 o'clock tomorrow. I know where I'm going to be at. Wow.
Oh, Angel just posted the phone number publicly.
No, she did not.
Okay, guys, don't go and call him yet until tomorrow after the show, because I want to get him on the
He's
show.
not going to show up. Don't anybody call him, because he won't show up tomorrow. He'll cancel out maybe.
Oh my gosh, Angel, you're killing me, right? You know that, right?
Oh my God, what's his phone number?
I gotta find it and take it off, because I can only imagine how that's gonna end up.
The sick issue is, and there's a lot of it. He didn't deny. He didn't deny. He didn't say he didn't. He didn't deny. Wow.
Man, oh man. Let's see what people are saying about this now. Kristen said, "I'm going to pee my pants." Now you like that one, huh? Will's with the crying emoji. I guess that was pretty hysterical. Oh, Samantha, yep, she thinks it's hysterical.
You know what? You're gonna have one of the. I know you're not into numbers. It's not about numbers, but I tell you, you may have one of the highest ratings tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Tammy says, "Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, that's right, guys." Will says, pedo on the line.
What an
Kristen
idiot.
says, I'm crying. And Tammy says, I can't believe he hasn't hung up. No, and he was actually fairly nice. I don't think he really knew what to say or what to do because he was like, who are you? And well, I'm Christina George from Paranormal Connections Radio Show, and I'm talking about your ass today. But again, I had to make sure that he knows before he comes on the show tomorrow that I'm not his friend or his fan. I'm completely against what he's doing, but I'll invite you so you
Oh my
he
God.
thinks I'm a nice person for bringing him on. Paraterra says he's tongue-tied. Will said he was squirming. Oh my God. Kristen said this is the best show ever. Angel says, kill it with fire, Christina. Oh, you guys are killing me. You guys are making me laugh. Everybody, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Be prepared, very prepared, Mr. Ruminos. Oh my gosh. Tammy says, stuttering Stanley. Eddie says, I'm dying of laughter. Dave Garland's laughing. Kristen, dumb fuck. Angel says, law and order type of person. Yeah, the one the cops go after, douche.
Oh God, man. What?
Tammy says, I call bullshit. And then Paraterra said the same thing you said, George. She says he didn't deny it either.
Right. So it's
so Kristen says, Tammy, get the blender ready.
Right?
I'm loving this.
Oh my God.
Rick Collin, he just joined. I missed the name.
You missed everything.
Yeah, you missed
Daniel
Ramos. So yeah, go to my page and check out the post before this, and you'll see it all.
Hey, I gotta get. I apologize.
Yeah, you gotta go. So I'll tomorrow.
I gotta get going. Hey, everybody, thanks for. I'll take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 3:00. And
absolutely,
it's gonna be a lot of fun. Christine, I do apologize. I gotta get rolling.
Nope, I just looked at the time. You're good.
All right, honey. I'll see you later on. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right, guys, now you just have me. If you'd like to call in, join in on the conversation, I'll keep going for a little bit longer. Tammy says, can I call in for that? Absolutely. Parater says, fuck the blender, Kristen. I'm getting the Ginsus out. Boy, this has stirred some emotions up in people, huh? Kristen says she's definitely calling. All right, well, you will be able to. Again, anybody that wants to, feel free to. Tara says, I'm working at the time, but bet your ass I'm taking my lunch. Yeah, so it will be 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and 3 o'clock if you're out on the East Coast at Eastern Standard Time. So Angel says, well done. Hey, I'm glad you liked it. Well, Angel, you already know that wasn't hard for me to do whatsoever. So this will be. Rhonda says, this will be very interesting. I agree. I think it's going to be very interesting myself. Will says, I'm blowing that number up after tomorrow. After tomorrow, you guys can do whatever you would like with that number. But just remember, do not call today. Okay? I don't want you to call today or before the show. Otherwise, he's not going to come on. So Tammy said, yeah, I'll wait. Great. And Kristen said, me too. So that's great. Thank you, guys. Tammy Siffer says, oh, my God, you go, girl. Don't piss off Christina. Well, it's on, Kristen says, and that is the truth. Tara says, take your pick of guns at my house, AR or Desert Eagle. Dave says, to hell with yard work. That can wait. I don't want to miss this, Kristen. Get the popcorn ready. Yep, get your popcorn ready and be ready for this show because it is going to be a good one. Rhonda says he was tripping over his tongue. And he was kind of. I don't think. You see, when I asked if it was Daniel and he started, because we know that he's got a lot of, first name really is Daniel, but his true last name is different than what he goes by now. So it was very quiet for a minute and asked, who's this? And I think George thought I might make something up, but it's me. This is what I'm doing, and I'm inviting you on the show. You can come on the show, or I can just talk about you by myself. I don't really need you to do it, but again, as much shit as I talk, I do try to be fair when I do these shows. Again, when I put this information out at the beginning of the show, I did state that, I cannot prove that he is a pedophile. I am not trying to convince anybody of that. All that I'm doing is sharing the information that is already public knowledge out there, which came from his own mouth. And if you listened to when he was on the phone, he agreed. He has done all of this. He has said all of this himself. Now he's claiming that it's just for promotion for his writing and his books. Again, I call bullshit. I mean, why would you go from being in the paranormal field, ufology, all of this, a well-known magician, an author, all these things, and then just decide to completely change everything and go to the opposite, side, and now you're going to be writing and talking and making comments that you are, a pedophile. I just, I don't know. I can't come up with any rhyme or reason that makes any sense in my world or my brain, but hey, maybe I just think differently. I don't know about you guys. Tara says, can't wait till tomorrow. Gotta run, my friends. Love you all. Love you too, Tara. You have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Tammy says, love y'all. I need to go get pretty. I will see you guys tomorrow. Love what you're doing. Thanks, Tammy. You have a good one. You're always beautiful, my friend. So you don't need to worry about that. All right. So it seems like everybody is kind of ready to go. I will leave a few more minutes onto the show if you guys have any questions or for me or anything else. Otherwise, I will go ahead and end the live stream, and I will set the one up for tomorrow. Will says he used an excuse to give himself plausibility deniability. He's a freaking predator. That's what was very telling. And I'm, just the vibe I'm picking up psychically, I kind of agree with you, Will. I don't care how nice of a guy you seem or what you see, like something just isn't right with this scenario. And that's just my opinion. And again, right now, that's all that matters to me is the way I feel. So again, thank you for checking in and saying that. So again, guys, this is what we're going to do the show on tomorrow. We were going to do it on Monday, but hey, we'll do a special broadcast tomorrow. Hey, Kelly, nice to see you. We will do another special episode tomorrow where we will bring this, what do we even want to call, self-professed hebephile. Again, for those people who don't know what that means, it is like a pedophile, but a pedophile is classified as a man who wants to have desire to have sex with children between the ages of 4 and 11. A hebephile is a person who has a desire to have sex with a child aged 11 to 14. So again, it's a little different. Will says, I'll be checking in tomorrow. This will be good. See you then. I definitely will. Rhonda says, see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon. You too. So, all right, guys, we're going to get going. And again, please, please, please make sure that you share this video. Share it far and wide. Let's get as many people as we can to the show tomorrow. And let's join in on the stream. I'll put up the link so that everybody can join in and so we can hear your comments live on the show. I think that, especially in our field, the paranormal field and ufology fields, I think we need to let him know just how wrong we think this is. So let's, see what we can find. Dave Wilson says, where are you from? Hello from paranormalhaunting.com. I am actually out in Sacramento, California, and I am the host of the show. So nice to meet you. Let's see. Betty says, have a good weekend. You too. Kristen says Ted Bundy was really nice. Very, very true. Again, people can seem very nice, but it doesn't mean that there's not something really, really wrong with them. So, all right, guys, I am going to get out of here, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss this one. Make sure to share. See you then. And when I post up the promos for tomorrow's show, please make sure to share them far and wide. And George, you're not supposed to be still listening to the show. You're supposed to be going somewhere, doing something like that. And Dave says he is from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Thank you so much. Where is that co-host guy? George says, oh, yeah, well, he flaked on me. He got scared once I called the guy out live on cameras. All right, everybody. I love you guys all. Have a great Saturday, and I'm going to see you all along with George so we can get some answers to this crazy, crazy scenario. All right. Bye, guys.